Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I make a mandala coloring book. Alright, so for this example I'm going to be using Canva here today, and a couple of other items you need is to make an account for Canva, create a Fabrica, and then also you need an account for Tangent Template. Alright, so let's go to step 1. So step 1, we first have to get the actual dimensions of this coloring book. So we need the interior and the cover. So we're here at KDP Helper, and then first we got to go here. And then we're going to select Paperback. And then after that, you're going to select your trim size. Today, we're going to do 8.5 by 11. And enter the number of pages. I'm going to do 100. We're going to do white. Interior bleed. I'm going to say yes. And then after that, press continue. So you're going to automatically see the measurements right here and the actual dimension size. And then you're going to just look at this right here for the full width. And then you're going to look at the height and the spine here. So when we go to the bottom, we can actually see the width and the height here for Canva, and this is what you're going to use. If you're using other softwares like Affinity or Adobe Photoshop, you can look at this one right here as well. Alright, so we're going to type in 17.48 and the height is 11.25. So we're going to type that in right here for inches. Okay, so we're back at Canva and we're going to type in the custom size. Let's switch this to inches right here and type in the width, and then we're going to type in the height. We're going to press create new design. Alright, so this is the blank canvas for the cover. So we're going to download from Tangent Template this template, and we will need this just for the outline. So I'm going to drag it in. I got my template and I'm just going to stretch it out. Alright, so this is a cover template, and I'm going to leave it here for now, and I'm going to come back to it later. But you want to go here, and just to make sure that you have the correct file name, you're going to do cover design. I'm going to go back to home. Let's go back to Tangent Templates, and then let's go to Interior. Same thing, we're going to go to the bottom, and you're going to see the Canva dimensions. If you're using Adobe Photoshop or Affinity products, then you can see the dimensions here as well. So same thing, we're going to type these in to Canva. So right here, back at inches again, this is the width, and this is the height. Alright, so now you have this blank canvas right here. Let's go back to Tangent Template. And then we're going to download this one right here. It says Quick Templates, Classic. Download it. And let's drag it into Canva. Okay, so we dragged this into Canva. And now we're going to stretch it out. Make sure it fits. And it should fit perfectly. Alright, so this is the borderline right here. And so as we're looking at this, just know that this is the bleed area. So you just want to make sure all of your content is actually inside the white area and not this purple area. Alright, so after that, we're going to go to Create a Fabrica. Okay, so we're at createafabrica.com. This is a great place to get your graphics, fonts, and any other craft materials. And this is just a great place to get your mandalas, and that's what we're going to do today for this coloring book demonstration. Okay, so right here, we're going to look at the search bar, and we're just going to type in mandala. You're going to get a lot of search results for the mandala products, so you're just going to look down and just look for all the mandalas that you want to do. So you just have to pretty much just download all of these mandalas. So I'm going to show you an example. So let's just click on one. Alright, so let's click on this one. So you're going to get a lot of search results for the mandalas. And so first you want to do is go to the special license called Print on Demand. This will allow us to use their graphic with permission. So we're going to look at all these. And you're going to see a lot of mandala choices. So let's just click on one. Let's just click on this one. And we're just going to click on download, and we're going to download it. So we're going to go back again and just look for another one. I'm going to do newest first just to see if there's any new ones out. I want to avoid these colored ones and just do the ones that are black and white because it is a coloring book. And we're not going to do the animal ones either. We're going to do the ones that are more of a circle shape. We're going to also avoid these pre-made ones as well, as we're going to make a unique design. Okay, I see one right here about luxury mandala design. So let's click on it and let's download this one. Try to get at least 20 mandala designs because you're going to mix and match in your coloring book. So I'm pretty much trying to just get at least 20 of them, if not more. Okay, so once you gathered all your mandalas, we're going to go back to Canva and we're going to go back to our interior. So the first thing you got to do is actually cover this whole template right here. So we're going to actually click on the square piece right here from Elements. and we're gonna just drag it across the template, and then we're gonna make this white. All right, so now this is white. What we want to do is make it transparent. We're gonna go right here to this little checker box right here, make it around 50 just for you to see it easily. Now what this is gonna do is allow you to see through the white square so you can see the template, because you just want to make sure that it's not in the border area. As we're making the design, you are more than welcome to cover it. This is just for your own visual example. Okay, so after we made this square box right here and covered the template, just remember that there is a bleed. So now what we're gonna do is make sure to drag all of our mandalas that we collected from Creative Fabrica, and then we're gonna mix and match. Okay, so now that we dragged in our mandalas, we're gonna just drag it in here. So we're gonna just grab one. Okay, so after you dragged in your mandala shapes, we're gonna now make our coloring book, and now we're gonna just mix and match. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. So first, you just gotta grab one of the mandalas. You gotta just click on one of them. Once you clicked on one of them, you pretty much just have to place them however you want to place them. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit easy and place this one in the middle. I'm gonna make this small. I'm gonna grab another one. I'm gonna place this on the side. I'm gonna place another one and grab it. I'm gonna put this one on top. And maybe I want to use the same one for the same mandala shape right here. So I'm gonna just copy and paste it. I did Command C and Command V on the side. I feel like I want to bring this middle one forward, so I'm gonna do the position to the front or forward right here. I think that looks better. Maybe I want to decrease the size and make sure that it's the same side on the right side. So as you can see, I'm just continually adjusting as I go along. Okay, maybe this one needs to be smaller too. Copy and paste this. I want this to be up front again, so position forward. Then we're gonna bring this. All right, I'm gonna grab another mandala, put it to the side right here. I'm gonna probably position it backwards. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, put it to the other side. And I'm just gonna copy these two and put on the bottom as well. It's really entirely up to you how you want to position them. This is just an example of what I do. There's a little spot right here. I'm trying to cover that, so maybe I want to move this. Maybe I want to make this even a little bigger just because. All right, so that's pretty much the coloring book right here. And so I'm gonna just make some few adjustments here. Bring this forward. Maybe I want to make this a little bit bigger. And as you can see, this is the full page. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to highlight over all of them and I'm going to group them. Alright, so now that we're done with our coloring book background, we're going to put a word on top of it. This can actually be a coloring page by itself. If you just want to do a nice mandala design, this can just be it. But what I want to do today is put words on top of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to text on the left and I'm going to press add a heading. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to type in a positive affirmation. So I'm going to type in I am thankful. So I type that in, I drag it to the middle, and then right here, I want to select the font that I want to use. So you just got to select one. All right, so I found a font that I'm going to use. It's called the Laundrina Shadow, and then this is the one I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to turn it a little bit. It really doesn't matter. Maybe I'll turn it to the left a little. All right. And then after that, I'm going to see if I can make any other adjustments here. I'm going to go here and I'm going to do line spacing. Bring it a little bit higher for the I am thankful part. Make it a little bit bigger. And I think that looks good. The only thing I have a problem with is I do want the words to pop out a little bit more. And that's just a personal preference. So let's see what I can do here. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go to Effects. I'm going to do a drop shadow, and then I'm going to add some offset. So I'm going to go to effects now, and then I'm going to add a style here and see what I can do to make the words pop out. So hollow's pretty good, splice is good, but I'm going to do hollow. I think that's just fine. A little too thick, so I'm going to probably go to 25 or 30. I think 35 is fine. And then I'm going to turn it a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to make the thickness 25. And then we're done. This is pretty much how to make a coloring page. Now, all you got to do is pretty much just do the same thing. So you got to go add a page. So to do the same thing, you can either add a page, which will add another blank canvas, or you can go up here and just copy this page. And you can just use the same background if you wish, or you can start to mix and match again and then add a different word on top of it as well. So for this example, let's say I wanted to use the same page. I'll just change the words right here. I'm going to put I am confident. I'm going to decrease the size and maybe I'll turn it the other way. I do recommend that you do change up the background, because from what I've seen from the reviews on books, the audience really does like different backgrounds because they want to color differently. So again, like I said, you can just mix and match. You can move these around. So for this example, I can just move these around. Let's see what I can do here. All right, so look what I did right here, and I just pretty much just move all these to random spots, and I just change it up. I didn't even change the mandala type. It's the same mandalas. I just moved them around. All right, you can even change the effects for this one too. Maybe you want to do splice, maybe more bold. You can change up the effects right here as well. So maybe for this one, I'm gonna do hollow, but just maybe add only a tiny bit of thickness. So you can do that as well, so it looks much more different. Or you can do the same thing. It's really entirely up to you what you want to do. You can move this on top, you can move this on the bottom, you can change the font as well. So I chose this one right here, the Arturo outline. I did drop shadow, turning it, maybe make it a little bit bigger. Again, you want to be mindful of the bleed as well, so if you need to shrink it down just to be more confident, that's okay too. And that's it. All right. You can also increase this font if you want. That's another way you can go about it. And you can do different fonts here and there. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to leave this as it is, and I'll finish this up and with the same idea and process. So I went on ahead and I finished all of my pages. I have about 20 pages right here, and then these are my results. All right, so from here on out, we need to do part 2 of this, which is actually putting it into the book for the interior. We made the coloring pages, which is actually the most important part, but we're gonna go into part 2, and we're gonna assemble the book right now. What I would do first before we move on to the next section, we gotta save this to the right title. So I'm just gonna do coloring pages, and then after that, let's just share it and then just save it to our files. So whether it be saving it to your computer, to your documents, or anywhere else, I'm gonna save it as PNG, and then we're gonna do download. Now, keeping in mind as well that this file, what we just created, is already automatically saved into Canva as well, but we will need to download this to assemble the book. All right, so we're back at canva.com, and we're gonna make our interior again. This is for the actual assembly of the book. So we're back at canva.com, and we're gonna assemble our book for part 2 of the interiors. So let's put the same width again. It's gonna be the same thing, inches. It's gonna be 8.625, 11.25. So same thing, create new design. So again, we're back at the blank canvas again, and we're gonna just go back and put in the template. It should be already saved in your files. So I stretched it out. And so now what we're gonna do is actually get the downloaded files and then put it into our uploads. So I dragged in all of my designs right here on the left side to the upload section. Meanwhile, while that is loading in, we're gonna get the square box on elements. We're gonna get the square, and we're gonna cover this with a white background. Okay, so that looks good. I covered it. Now we're gonna make it transparent for now at 50. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna actually put a border or an outline here. So we're gonna get this square box right here. Looks like this. If you don't see this in recently used, you can go to see all, and it should pop up as well. You gotta just look for it. It's in other shapes. Click on it, and then we're gonna extend this out. And I am gonna put it to the middle. So I made it a little bit smaller than the bleed area. I'm gonna make this black. All right, I think that looks good. Now let's go to click on this area again, and we're gonna pick 100% transparency. All right, so now what we gotta do is just put it inside this black outline. So let's go back to our uploads. And now we're gonna just add them in. And so, but first what we gotta do is organize our pages. So there's about 20 of these. So I'm gonna just copy and duplicate this. So I just made 20 pages of these, and then we're just gonna add them in. So I'm gonna click on one, I'm gonna match it up and put it to the middle. I went a little bit over on the left and right side, which is okay, because I'm gonna actually crop this. So I'm gonna do crop right here, grab the corners and just crop it to the correct size. Press done. And this is what it looks like. So basically the idea is that you want to give the person white space or white blank space right here, because if you cover the whole page in the actual book, it's really difficult to color the corners or the sides, because it's just hard to reach. So I like to do this outline right here like this, because it's just easy to color everything on this coloring page. However, if you don't like this style, of course you can just do the entire page as well. So with this, we're going to do the same thing on the other one. Also, the last thing we got to do is actually put it behind the outline as well. So we're going to click on this, position, and press backward. and now it's behind this outline right here. So you just want to do that just so that everything is in uniform fashion. All right. So we're going to go to the next one. Same thing. Just stretch it out. This, put it to the middle. Crop, grab the corner, press done, position backward. And then you just got to do the same thing over and over again until you get 20 pages. All right, so now I have done 20 pages of these, and we are going to move forward with the next process. All right, so for the next section, what we're going to do is we're going to put a blank black paper on the left side of this. So if you imagine the book, this page 1 will be on the right side, and then on the left it's going to be the black paper. The reason why we want to do this, let's say you color this, I am helpful, you color through this, and let's say this left side of the page 2 was a white paper, it may bleed through. To avoid this, for page 2, if you imagine there's a left side paper, it will be black, and then you'll have this coloring, and then after that you move forward, black paper again right here, and then the coloring. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a page after page 1. So we're going to do add page, so it's white, so we're going to do black, and that's it. Same thing, page 3, black, page 5, black, and then so on. So I'm going to finish this right up. All right, so I'm back, and if we just scroll down here, you're going to see after every page, there's going to be a black paper right here. And then, as you can see at the very bottom, you're going to see it's going to go to page 40. All right, so we're done with this part. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make a front cover page. All right, so from here, what I like to do is actually duplicate everything that you see. So from page 1 to page 40, I actually want to make a duplicate copy. And that's why we had 100 pages for the front cover and for the interior for our dimensions. If you do not want to have 100 pages, and you just want 50 or 40, that's okay too. But for this demonstration, I'm gonna do 100 pages. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually duplicate everything that you see from page 1 to 40. So it's gonna be about 80 pages. To start the duplicating process, I'm just gonna make it easy on myself and just save this whole thing. So share, download, PNG, all pages. So I dragged in all of my files that I've created and it's being uploaded. And so now what I'm going to do is pretty much copy the same set that you see on page 1. And then we're just going to add that to the next page. So add page. So it was the I am helpful page. We're going to add that. We're going to add a page. And then we're going to add the page I am helpful. And it really doesn't matter that this is black. After that, it should be the black page. And then you want to just double check which one it was. So it was I am helpful for mine, and then mine is I am generous. So I'm gonna put that in, and I would like to personally do it in the same order just to make it a nice uniform set. Add page, black page again, go for the next one. We're gonna add I am important for mine, and again after this add a black page. So I'm gonna finish this out until 80 pages. So I'm done and I have 80 pages. So I'm going to go back to the top and we're going to move on to the next section of this process. All right, so first what we got to do is make another blank page. We're going to move this to the top. And what we want to do for this part, we actually want to put a place for the person to put their name. You don't have to do this. This is what I just like to do. So we're going to go to elements and we're going to put this line right here. And we're just going to stretch this out. And we're going to put it to the middle, but put it to the bottom a little bit right here. And I'm going to make the line weight a little smaller. I'm going to do 3. After that, we're going to put a text. So we're going to go to a subtext right here. And we're going to, or subheading text. And then we're going to just add in this coloring book belongs to. And then they can put their name right here on the line. So I'm going to choose a font that I want to use. So I'm just going to select one. After that, I'm going to decrease the size of this. And just make sure to format it the way you would like it. Okay, so after that, you want to add a copyright page because that is an important page of just adding in the information of the book. So you're going to do add page. I'm going to bring this to the top because it should be in front of this page right here of who it belongs to. I'm just going to copy and paste this just to make it easy on myself. And I'm just going to put this here and I'm just going to write in copyright. Now for this part, you can look up on other books on how they do their copyright information. This is just one way of doing it. So I put copyright right here, 2022, Ascend Digital, which is my company name, all rights reserved. And then I'm going to try to make this actually closer to the top. So I'm going to highlight this, go to this right here, spacing, line spacing. We should go to 1. That's good. bring this to the top. And that looks good. I'm going to go to add a little bit of body text on the left side. And I'm just going to write in more information about the copyright. This is the part that I put for the copyright information. And like I said before, you can put in your information on however you wish. What I recommend that you do is look at other people's books and try to see what you can do to put in the copyright information. But this is an example of what I like to do. So once you're done with this, and you have this page right here, you're pretty much good to go. So this would be on the right side, right when you open the book. This would be on the left side, but I would like this to be on the right side. So I'm gonna add an extra page. So now this will be on the right side, this will be on the left side, and then this will be on the right side. So right side, left side, right side. So now that we are going to finish this out, we want to just look at the next page. If this was on the right side, this is going to be on the left side, but we actually want this on the right side. So what we're going to do is actually get one of these pages right here, the black page. We're going to just duplicate it. Let's just bring this up with this arrow key. All right, so now we do have a black page. So let's just try again. So this is the right side, left side, right side, left side, and this is the right side. And if we continue, this will be on the left side, right side, so on. I hope that makes sense. It's going to be a lot easier when you actually see the books. Okay, so we're at the end, and we're about at age 84 because of all the pages that we added. Now we have a couple of pages left. You can just put in a bunch of blank white pages if you want. What I like to do is put in some other resources that you can put. You can put your website, maybe you can put some merchandise or other books or anything else that you want your audience to know about. Or maybe you have other coloring books already available, so you can add those in as well. So what I like to do is just add some couple of pages. So I'll just show you an example. So let's say I add a page, and I'm not gonna make this black. Actually, I'm going to make this white now. And at first, what you want to do is just fill it out since I have 100 pages. So I'm just going to duplicate this. So I made 100 pages now, and at the end there's just a lot of blank white spaces. Maybe the audience wants to use these blank white spaces, and also it's just good to have just from extra layers for your book as well. So we're at age 85, and I'm just going to write in a thank you page. So this is what I'm going to write out. All right, so I wrote out my thank you page, and this is what it looks like. And again, you can write it however you wish. For the next page, I actually skipped one for 86 because that's the left side. On the right side, I'm gonna just put in my services and what I do for a living, and if people can find me, they can contact me. So this is an example of people visiting your services or your website. So you can put your products right here, you can put your services right here, or anything else that you want. You can put your social media as well. Really anything that you desire for your audience to visit you or to buy your products. All right, so this is what it looks like. And then for the rest of the pages, you can fill them out however you wish, or you can leave them blank like this as well. And this is all you have to do for the interiors. All right, so now we're going to move on to the cover for the book. So we're going to open up a cover template that we did earlier. And then so we're going to leave this as it is. And then we're going to go to elements here. And then we're going to cover it with a white background. So I got the square element. I'm going to cover the whole thing. I'm going to do white, and I'm going to leave it transparent to 50. So I left the transparency at 50 and I covered it just so I can see the outline. All right, so now let's go to Creative Fabrica. So now I'm at creativefabrica.com where I'm going to get my graphics and background for my cover book. And pretty much from here on out, it's all about your creativity on what you want on your cover. I'm going to do background watercolor. So I see this watercolor background here, which is great. I see a lot of other background colors right here that I can use. But first, I'm going to click on Special License for Print on Demand, just to make sure I have the correct license. So I'm really liking this one right here, so I'm going to click on it. I'm going to download it and save it to my folder. I'm going to look for something else. I'm going to look for a mandala. So I searched for mandala, and now I'm going to press Special License again. And I'm going to look for a colored one. So I'm really liking these really gold looking ones right here that it has a design. Oh, I see a lot of ones right here that's different. So I'm going to click on this. I really like this one, so I'm going to download it. I found this mandala as well. I'm going to download this one too. So we're back at the cover page, and now we're going to design it. So first, I just want to make sure that I have the background, so I'm going to put that first. So this is the background, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to shrink this down, put it on one side, and then the other side, I'm going to put it as well. So I have the back side and the front side, and then now there's a middle section right here, which I'm going to put as a spine. So you can get another background from Creative Fabrica, or you can just put a line. So I'm going to just put my own graphic right here. So I have my graphic right here, and it's just a gold, yellowish spine graphic, put it in the middle, maybe make it a little bit bigger. And this is what it looks like. All right, so now we're gonna work on the back and the front. So let's work on the front. So let's put a text. Let's go to add a heading. And I'm just gonna add in my title. So this is my title and I'm just gonna position them. So this is what it looks like. And now I'm gonna change the font to something else. So I did brusher for this I am font. Okay, so I chose another font for Fearless. And then now I'm just gonna decorate it a little bit with the images I got from Creative Fabrica. This is one of my elements right here, this mandala. So I'm gonna just stretch it out and just place it however I wish. And I'm gonna place it on the other side as well. And then I'm gonna change this color a little bit to this gold one right here. And then I'm gonna do a text effect. Let's see what's good here. I'm gonna do a drop shadow here, but the color could be black. I'm gonna make it apparent. Do for the other side. Or the other word right here, shadow. All right, and then it looks like it's a little bit dark, so I'm gonna try to see if I can brighten it a little bit. So I go to animate right here. All right, and then after that, I'm gonna put my author name with a little banner here. So I typed in banner for elements. Just get one of these, go to the color, change the color. Get one of these fonts, just type in my name, and I'm gonna do my company name for this one. So for your author name, you can do your name, you can do your company name, your pen name. So for this example, I'm going to do my company's name. I'm going to look for line. So type in line in elements. I'm going to get these lines here. I'm going to get another line, just copy and paste that. And I'm going to type in a subtitle. So I changed up the color to black instead, and with the drop shadow of the gold yellowish color, so because I think it pops out more. And now I'm thinking I want to change up this color right here too. So let's see if I can change that to edit image. I feel like black or something darker would be greater for this color. I think this text looks a little squished, so I'm going to see if I can separate them a little bit. So I'm going to go right here, letter spacing. Separate them out a little. All right, so now we're done with the front cover. All right, let's do the back cover. So for the back cover, you can put a description of your book or any other information you want to put there. What I like to do, I like to actually put some visual examples from inside the book. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I got some visual examples, so I'm going to just shrink them and put them in there. So this is what it looks like to put some visual examples. And so I'm going to just add a little bit of drop shadow to them as well. So I'm going to go to edit image. Edit image, I'm going to click on shadows, use, I'm going to put drop, edit image, go to drop, edit image, go to drop. And now the coloring book is finished. And then I'm going to save this to my files. So I'm going to click share, download. I'm going to save it as PDF. So now you want to go back to your other coloring book, the interior, and just make sure again that you download this as an interior. So download all the pages and download them as PDF. In this section, we're going to learn how to upload your book to Amazon. So you're going to go over to kdp.amazon.com and it's going to be Kindle Direct Publishing. And once you go there, you're going to have to sign up for an account. So if you don't have an Amazon account, you want to sign up right here. So what you want to do is sign in with your Amazon login if you already have one, or you can create a KDP account. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You just want to put your name, your email, your password, re-enter your password, and then you can create your KDP account. Once you are logged in, you want to make sure that you have this page, and it looks like this page that you see in the screen. And you want to make sure you have all your banking info done. You want to have all your information, your address, your business, for the tax information on your account. All you have to do is go to your account right here on the right top corner area. Once you fill out all your tax information and your banking info, you want to go to create right here. Click on it. You're going to see a page like this. It says, what would you like to create? The one we're going to do today is going to be paperback. You can also do hardcover as well, but for this demonstration, we're going to do paperback today. So now we're at paperback details. There are 3 sections. There's paperback details, paperback content, paperback rights, and pricing. So we're just going to go right through them. So we're going to go to language. It's going to be English. We're going to go to book title. You're going to put the title of your book. So for mine, it's going to be I Am Fearless. And then we're going to go to subtitle. Mine, it says a positive affirmation coloring book for adults. So now you want to double check this if it's correct. KDP will not accept it if your book title on your design is different than what is written. So you want to just double check and make sure your book title and your subtitle is correct. So for series, you just want to skip this part because we don't have a series for this, but if you do, you can fill this out. You can do an edition number if you plan on making a new edition for the existing book. For this demonstration, I'm not going to do it, so I'm just going to leave that blank. If you want to put an edition number, you can as well. For the author name, this is where you're going to use your author name. So if you have a pen name, you can put your pen name. If you want to use your real name, you can use your real name. For mine, if we go back to my design right here for the cover, I put Ascend Digital. You can also do a publisher name as well. So I'm going to do a publisher name. For the next section, we're going to go to contributors. And if there are other contributors, such as illustrators or narrators, photographers, you can put their name in there as well. And this is really great for people that love to create books because you can always support other people as well when you are doing contributors. So you want to fill those in here. For this demonstration, I do not have a contributor, so I'm not going to put anything there. Okay, so we're now at description. Now this is the part where you really have to learn how to write a nice description for your book. Basically, you're just going to write about anything about the book, the story behind it, what's in it, and just try to convince your customers to buy your book. And so I'm going to show you what I'm going to write. So I'm just going to do something simple. So I'm going to write in the title and the subtitle. So I put the subtitle on the title right here. So I'm going to just make that bold, and you can decorate it with these options right here. I'm going to do heading 4. I'm going to give it a space, and then I'm going to put what's inside the book. For that, I'm going to do heading 5. And then now I'm going to actually write out what is inside the book. Okay, so I just finished out listing my positive affirmations. So I'm just going to highlight all over this, and then I'm going to do bullet points right here. And then I'm going to format this to just normal. So it looks like this. Now you want to close this out. So I just typed in enjoy 20 positive affirmations while you color. Buy this for your friends and family. And I did a call to action. Purchase your copy today. So for the next part, it says publishing rights. I'm going to do I own the copyright, and I hold necessary publishing rights because I do own it. Now for this part, it's called keywords, and basically you have to put tags and keywords that people are going to search up. So what you can do for this is you can use things like Google search, you can use the Amazon search engine, you can use Publisher Rocket, and you can use other softwares as well to find different keywords. What you can do first is just go to Amazon and just type in a keyword. So I'll just show you real quick. So I'm at Amazon.com and I'm in incognito mode, and there's this Google Chrome extension called Amazon Expander, and I'm going to show you real quick. So right here, it's called the AMZ Suggestion Expander. If you look at the preview, all it does is just expand the keywords right here when you search it up. So it's free. All you have to do is download it, and then you want to go back into incognito mode and make sure you have the Google Chrome extension while you are in incognito mode. So all that to say, we're going to now search for something. So this is positive affirmation, right? So I'm just going to type in positive affirmation. And as you can see, it has just extended everything right here to show you all the different keywords. So these are all keywords you could put. For example, you could put inspirational, you could put wall, you could put art, you could put poster. So sometimes what I like to do is just type it in just while I'm looking at it, or you can just screenshot it. So I'm just going to make it easy on myself and just screenshot it like this. And basically that's pretty much all you have to do just to find keywords. Let's try different keywords. So I'm going to put in positivity. So more keywords show up. So I'm going to just screenshot this. So that's one way of finding keywords. Another way of finding keywords is using this website. It's free. It's called Uber Suggest. So I'm going to type in a keyword. So I'm going to put in positive affirmation. So I typed in positive affirmation. And as I scroll down, you can see different keyword ideas right here. And you can screenshot them and just type them in and use all these different functions on the left side as well. So keyword ideas right here. So that's a great place to go. And you can find different keywords right here. The last one I want to show you is Keywords Everywhere. It's a free tool, but there is also a paid option. I do not use the paid tool. I just use a free one. This one you can use as well. You can watch a video to learn more about it, but basically all you have to do is go to Google, type in a keyword, and keywords are going to show up. So I'll show you an example. So I typed in positive affirmation. As you can see, the keywords everywhere it's being used. I'm using the free version. And as you can see, it says right here on the right side, different keywords. It helps you get different ideas. I should mention this one too. It's a software. It's called Publisher Rocket. I actually do use this. You can just go to keyword research and just type it in, positive affirmation. And again, different keywords show up. This one, you do have to pay for it. So this is a paid tool, but it is worth it. I've been using it for a couple of years and it's always improving. It's always getting better. So I do recommend this software if you decide to go with this. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to the keywords. We're going to actually just type them in. So let me just type in a keyword. Now, something that you should just know is that the description, whatever words are here, supposedly they do not count as keyword research when you type it into Amazon. So it will not help you rank. What does help is your book title. So what I'm trying to say is do not put in the words fearless, do not put in positive affirmation or coloring book for adults because those keywords are already taken on the book title section. So these are actually counted as keywords. So with that said, let's put in other keywords. So I'm going to put in art, I'm going to put in women, maybe meditation, maybe mindfulness. I'm going to put in success. I'm going to put in daily. And as you can see right here, I put some space between it. You do not want to do this because it'll count as one keyword. I also heard that if you do meditation, for example, you can do meditations. It'll count as a new keyword, so it's plural, so it's actually a brand new keyword if you just add an S. And this is the final result for the keywords. This is what it should look like. So let's go to categories. I'm going to select the right category, so I'm going to choose categories right here. And then you want to go to nonfiction because that's what it is. And for mine, it's a positive genre, so I'm trying to look for something positive here. So I'm going to go to body, mind, and spirit. Maybe there's something here. Oh, I see one. Inspiration and personal growth. I'm going to go to self-help and I'm going to do affirmations. Okay, that seems good. And then now I'm going to do adult content. Does this book contain language, situations, or images inappropriate for children under 18 years of age? And I say no. Save and continue. So for this part, it says print ISBN. You're going to get a free KDP ISBN from KDP. So you're going to do assign me a free KDP ISBN. If you don't want to do this, you can use your own ISBN if you already have one. I'm going to do a free one. For publication date, usually I leave this blank, but you can input this as well if you like. For print options, I like to do black and white interior with white paper. I feel like that is the best one for this coloring book. For trim size, this is where it's really important what we did before. So I believe we did 8.5 by 11 with the bleed. So we're going to do that. So bleed settings, bleed right here. I find that the matte is better than the glossy, so I'm going to choose that one. And then now this is the part where you're going to actually upload those two files. So let's go back. So this is the cover. So I'm going to go to share, download. You want to download this as PDF print. You want to go back to your interior, go to share, go to download, go to PDF print. So now we're going to go to manuscript. We're going to do upload paperback manuscript. So I just uploaded my manuscript, which is the interior. And this is what it's going to look like when it's processing your file. So while it's processing, you want to go to book cover and you want to do upload a cover you already have. So you want to click on this. You want to do upload your cover file and get your file that you did for your cover. So I just uploaded my book cover and it's processing. So you just have to wait until it's finished. But while it's processing, you can also press this button. It says book preview and launch previewer. And when they are done, it's going to preview your book. Now this part is really crucial because you're going to see if the dimensions were actually correct when you uploaded your manuscript and your book cover. So let's click launch previewer. Once it's done loading, you're going to see the print previewer and this is what it's going to look like. On the left side, if it has any kind of red marks or check marks, you may actually have the wrong dimension. So you may have to look at this. But for mine, it looks like everything looks pretty good. And so you're just going to look right through it. So there's this arrow key right here. You're just going to click on it. And so this is the front cover. This is what it's going to look like. You see that the spine is right here where the red is right here. And again, remember that borderline we talked about for the cover and the interior. So this is what it looks like. It looks like it just meets the requirements. You want to make sure all the text is inside the red line. All right, so let's look. Okay, so we come to this page right here. Again, that whole borderline right here, it looks like it's inside the page, so that looks good. And you also want to notice that the left side, you see the black paper as well. So this kind of shows you the visual. Once you check through all the pages, you want to press approve. Once you're done, go to save and continue. Okay, so we're on the last tab right here, paperback rights and pricing. So for territories, you can do individual or all. I do all territories. For primary marketplace, I'm going to do Amazon.com because that's where I want to expect majority of my book sales. And here we're going to do your prices. So whatever price you put for Amazon.com, it's going to reflect in the other Amazon stores. So for this example, I'm going to do $9.99. You also want to click on expanded distribution as well. So these are all the prices. As you can see, it automatically made the prices for me. You can change the prices if you like, or just leave it as it is. You do not have to do 9.99. You can do 12, 15, 20. You can go all the way up to $250. Okay, so once you're done, it says terms and conditions. It can take up to 72 hours for your book to be available. It takes a couple of days for your book to be published, or it might even take a week as well. So once you're done, you want to press publish.